globe, the Orgo works for you. From New York, Times Square, Joe Franklin, host of New York's longest-running television talk show, retires from his TV land throne after 43 years, a world's record for television endurance. Here, in honor of Joe Franklin's retirement from television, beloved New Jersey Governor Jim Florio officially proclaims August 9th Joe Franklin Day.
You get to go to the beach, you ride on the turnpikes, whatever. It's your day.
Joe Franklin, the master of memory lane, hopscotched from his early radio days to becoming Gotham City's greatest gabster. This big cheese from the Big Apple racked up an astonishing 300,000 interviews.
But I think I could teach young women how to get rid of those yearnings safely. You don't have to bum around. You don't have to be a tramp. You don't have to drink it away. You can go out, learn to dance with the old man, be with the boys. I don't know all the answers.
Joe Franklin has swapped gags with Jerry Lewis, yucked it up with celebrated surrealist Salvador Dali. Here's Joe Franklin with ageless crooner Rudy Valley, fitness guru Jack LaLanne, and a young singer named Barbara Streisand. Unearthed for the first time from the vaults of Mr. Franklin is an early appearance from superstar-in-waiting Julia Roberts.
How old are you, Julie?
18.
And you know why you can't miss? Because your face and your voice and your body all match.
Sadly, many of Mr. Franklin's shows have been lost in the sands of television history. But his radio show and his legendary appeal live on.
Joe, to the world you may be the king of nostalgia, but to me, you're king of my heart.
Although the real Joe Franklin remains elusive, this narrator can be sure of one thing: that 50 million Joe Franklin fans can't be wrong.
And this be me feeling so happy-go-lucky, looking in your happy-go-lucky eyes. And this be me feeling so happy-go-lucky, me what's always acted so smart and wise. Can this be me singing, oh, everything's ducky, following you on your happy-go-lucky way? Well, if it's me feeling so happy-go-lucky, pardon me while I skip a kiss to say, heaven bless this happy-go-lucky day. I'm feeling so happy-go-lucky.
Hey, how are you? How are you? I heard you're auditioning for new mascots for your new production you're doing.
You're hired.
No, not me.
Oh,
not me.
you?
The bird. Raquel.
Raquel.
Yeah. 55 years old, Joe.
Raquel,
From
how are you
Ecuador.
feeling?
She's nostalgic herself.
Boy, neuralgia? Oh,
No, nostalgic.
Oh.
And she speaks Spanish and English.
Really?
Yeah, very tame.
Que pasta? Que pasta?
I think she speaks better Spanish than you do, Joe.
Hable Jewish?
Halavai, as they say in the trades. How are you, baby?
Long time.
Long time no see. What you been doing?
I've been hanging
Still in the
around.
business, huh?
Yeah, I've been hanging around. I've been sitting here and, get...
We were boys together, you know.
Right, right.
We know each other when we what? 8, 9, 10?
In the old neighborhood.
That's right. Old neighborhood. Whatever happened to that?
Some kids were poor. Some were poor. Tony, in those days, I think it was poor. I think we used to ask for a nickel to go to the club meeting, and then once we got the nickel from our parents, we would walk to the club meeting, remember, to save the nickel?
Well, I didn't save it. You did save it.
Tony,
you were always the more reliable of the two of us.
When Tony deposits a check, the bank bounces.
Really?
TV, of course, is this little box, this piece of furniture that talks and sends us pictures. And Joe is unlike anyone else who's had a television program. He is like a missionary. He was like a priest. And his mission was really to discover people, to make everybody feel like they were the most wonderful human being in the world, and to really help human beings, and in a very real way.
Joey and...
Marky. Hiya.
Hi.
Boy, what
Hello.
a pleasure.
How
It's
are
good
you?
to be here.
Have you ever seen our show on TV, The Real Truth, Joey?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it since I was about 5, I would think.
Really?
Yeah, I used to watch Memory Lane.
That's right.
Yep. My mom used to turn it on. I'd say, Mom, I want to watch the show.
Well, your mom always had good taste in
She
programs
has taste.
and in sons, right?
Right.
And when you hear that very chipper theme song, you're going to usually meet half chipper me saying, good morning, everybody, good morning, world, good morning, beyond the world. If I could write a song, I would call it To the End of the World with You, and then to the world beyond. That's how much I enjoy, how much I want to be with you. First, let me say good morning, whether it's 8:30 in the morning or 1:30 in the morning. We say good morning. Yours truly, Joe Franklin, hosting.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody, a very cordial welcome to our Joe Franklin TV show every day for 90 minutes. We have open house. We chit-chat. We try and keep it informal and relaxed, and it's fun. The program is called Memory Lane. Every morning, Joe Franklin hosting show business, television business, past, present, and future. Well, the secret of longevity in my field is answering the telephone. Hello? Who's that? Sydney, I'm being interviewed here by 60 minutes. Call back at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I would say the secret of longevity in my field, and we'll have to point out again, the mortality rate is staggering. I mean, there have been 400 talk show hosts in New York City alone who came and went since I began. 400. And I was right there for 43 consecutive years on TV, daytime, nighttime. But you can't really fake it. The audience knows if you're faking. They know if you're blasé. They know if you're bored. They know if the phone is ringing. Hold on a second. Hello? Okay. Hello?
Only recently, I called up Joe to tell him something, and I couldn't believe how his mind worked. It's sharp, like a whistle. It's like he's clairvoyant. I mean, and not many people possess that power, but there's no way on earth he really could have known what I was about to say or what I did, but he knew.
Did Bing Crosby ever really go boo, 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 boo when he sang?
Yes, there's a couple of records, I think, in Learn to Croon from a picture called College Humor.
Was that on purpose or because...
No, it was considered very classy. Then, you know, then from Boo Boo Boo, they went to Vo-Do-De-O, and then Hi-De-Ho, and then Ha-Cha-Cha, and then Hey Hey.
When I was a kid, I loved Eddie Cantor, I loved Jack Benny, I loved Fred Allen, I loved Bob Hope. And whereas I'm not exactly a comedian, although I do a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, my whole life being kind of a spoof, I guess, I would like me. If I were a kid, I would like me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joe Franklin.
Okay, my name is Howard Stern. I'm only kidding. Now listen, I want to tell you something. I have interviewed 300,000 people, but let me make one point. I gave the first exposure ever on TV ever. Now listen for 1 second to Bruce Springsteen, Michael Jackson, 5 times with the Jackson family, Bette Midler, Barbra Streisand, Bill Cosby, Eddie Murphy, but the ones that I'm proudest of introducing is They Might Be Giants.
The ultimate, Mr. Joe Franklin, ladies and gentlemen. This one's for Joe. Sometimes I feel like being wispy, and once in a while I feel like being dry. But we're doomed and we're drowned by this feeling we surround, so I hope that I get old before I die. Oh, it's a long, long rope they used to hang you soon, I hope. And I wonder why this hasn't happened, why? And I think about the dirt that I'll be wearing for a shirt, and I hope that I get old before I die.